Hello and welcome to the Crafty Beggars kitchen. It's a new year and we've got a new make for you.
Today we're transforming a humble sock into a teddy bear, and we are going to use this rather ingenious Fiskars tool.
This is a sewing multi-tool 12-in-1. I'm going to run through what is inside. Right, we've got a measuring tape. Right, we have got a stuffing tool. That's going to be very useful with these sock teddies.
It is indeed.
A piercing punch, a knit picker.
A knit picker.
That's what it says here. A seam ripper.
That's very useful.
Yeah, a thread cutter.
Hang on a mo. Yes, a thread cutter.
Look at the end.
On the end. Very good.
And also within that is a magnet to pick up pins. Now you've got a safety pin.
They have actually thought of everything.
I know, they really have. A punch needle. Magnifying glass.
Very useful, especially as one gets a little older. Not for you, maybe, but no, it's just very sad. Don't touch me.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry again. A needle threader. Tweezers.
Oh, dinky.
No, so you can even do your eyebrows while you're sewing.
Yes.
Okay. And oh gosh, that's number 12. But yes, this end bit here, which is down here on there, these tools go in the top of it, look, Jules, like that. So when you're ripping your seams, you've got something to grip.
Lest you should think, well, they're all well and good, but they're a bit short. Oh no, Fiskars are cleverer than that.
Oh, okie doke.
On with the show. We need a sock.
Does it have to be this long?
No. Actually, that's an extra long one. Can be as short as that little ankle one.
Okay.
The best size is just a normal bog standard sock, and you can get them. They're so cheap nowadays in loads of shops. Or unwanted Christmas present.
Yeah, unwanted Christmas presents, or as you say, you always end up with an odd sock.
You just do, don't you, in the washing machine?
Yeah.
This is the perfect use for those odd socks. So we have our sock, we have needle and threads, various selection. Obviously, try to match as best as you can to the sock, your chosen sock. Ribbons, which go around his neck or her neck. Pom-poms, which I am rather partial to for a nose. Or buttons, cheap buttons, as I said, needles earlier. And your various tools in your Fiskars 12-in-1 and your invaluable little handy scissors.
Perfect.
Okay, what you do first and foremost is, I like this sock, so I'm chosen this one, you turn your sock inside out. That's the first stage. It's crucial, like that. Okay, and then you're going to cut up this bit, the seam. The heel is always the face. Very good point. Right. And Wendy, if you can, I'll hold it, and if you can cut up to about just there.
What, through both things?
Through both things. It's very good because you're cutting up the central seam.
Yes.
Perfect stop. He's got to have some tummy. So this one's going to have quite long legs, but that's no problem at all. And then this bit here, the simplest thing to do is to chop off. Just like that, roughly, first of all.
So you've done like a couple of inches over the heel.
Over the heel, that's right. A couple of inches there, and I'm going to make ears. Now, if I was going to do a bunny, I'd do a long up and down for a bunny shape. For a pussycat, I'd do more of a sort of arc, more of a semicircle.
Yeah, to get the triangles.
But for a teddy bear, I'm going to actually cut, and some people might like to actually, draw on the shape of teddy bear ears. I've done a lot, so I'm quite used to making them.
You know what you're doing.
And I'm going to just cut round like that to make the teddy bear ears.
So just sort of half moon.
Yep, half moon
shapes,
and then out.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't have to be ridiculously accurate. Sometimes the little things that are, sort of little idiosyncrasies of the toy you're making work.
Give it the character, presumably.
Give it the character. And it's inside out, don't forget. You're going to sew your teddy, and you are going to start here, like that. A running stitch is always a good idea. But remember, when you start, to always leave the foot open, the first foot open, like that, because you're going to need to stuff your teddy through its foot. You're going to sew around here, sewing round its crotch, say it very quietly, and so it doesn't hurt it, and down to its leg. You get very partial to these. No, seriously.
Very sensitive.
Yeah, absolutely. You start treating them as people. And then you're going to take your needle and thread and do a running stitch again. And just to make it clear, a running stitch, it's actually a running stitch is like that. in and out and in and out. But what I advocate for safety, in and out, and what I advocate for safety is actually, let's make it neater, to go back on yourself. So you're going back on yourself.
Yes, I see.
Because then what you're aiming for, I mean, you don't have to do a running stitch if your preference is to do some kind of other stitch, blanket stitch, whatever.
Stitch, yes.
Yeah, or just literally over
So whatever you're comfortable with.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Just sew it.
The aim of the game is to make it so that no stuffing is going to protrude, to make it as tight as possible. So, finito. I've sewn round the ears. I'm now going to turn this here sock inside out.
But already, you know, to be honest, even once you just snipped the various bits, you can see the form taking shape.
And
very satisfying.
Very satisfying. And the biggest transformation, if you like, comes when you add the features. Even though they're just buttons and a pom-pom or just buttons, they really do make a difference.
And it's one of those crafts as well, which I love, is in as much as no two will ever come out the same.
No. There you have your teddy, but you need to stuff it.
Yeah.
Now, I have been known to stuff a teddy like this with old socks. Today, as if by magic, seriously, more old socks. Today, as if by magic, I have
you got proper stuffing.
Proper stuffing. So pass me, if you would, the little stuff. Well, I'm going to pop it in, the stuffer, and I'm going to, here we go. In fact, Wendy,
Ooh, should I do
you
it?
can stuff, darling. Because I would also like to say, in keeping with the ethos of Crafty Beggars, this happens to be new stuffing today, but best of all, is to use the stuffing from an old pillow or an old cushion.
That's
if you're worried about it, give it a wash just to freshen it up, or you can spray, some fabric spray to make it, smell more sweetly. You carry on stuffing.
Okay.
Whilst you're doing that, I am going to make Teddy's arms, because you may be thinking, what about the arms? That's where the other bit of your sock comes in. Don't bin anything. Certainly not till you've finished. The top end of the sock, usually, obviously, it's much shorter. About that long, makes the arms, or you can indeed go for a different sock as the arm, a contrasting sock that sort of complements the original one.
It's like most things, it's let your imagination go a little bit
absolutely
wild.
Take how long you want his arm and cut along like that. Now I find the easiest way is actually, you can make a little arm and stuff it in the same way that Wendy's now stuffing the body. Yeah. So I'm going to cut like that.
Do you want him to have quite solid legs, don't you?
Solid legs are good, fat legs are good, and a fat tummy and a fat face. Very good. And all I'm doing here is rolling said arm like that. And I'm turning the rough bit of the sock back in on itself, and I'm going to sew it like that.
I think he's done.
I think he's looking fantastic. Now, what you're going to do is sew up the foot, because he's stuffed enough. He's got a nice, slightly pregnant, but I think it looks good tummy, slightly nice bulbous face, and we're going to tie a ribbon round. Now, you can just tie a ribbon round, or you can do a simple running stitch, start at the back.
Is this just to knit the neck in, you mean?
Yeah, I'm just going to show you. Start at the back, and in fact, double thread is probably best, but single will work fine. Because my threads, and I'm just going to do literally fast as anything a running stitch round, and then you pull it tight so he's got a bit more of a neck. And then you sew at the back, sew that up.
Yeah.
So it
that's a
go
good
anywhere.
idea.
But you could actually, Wendy, you
could
can
just
put
tie
whatever
the
you like.
ribbon round.
If you've got a little old, I don't know, an old cat collar, whatever.
Yes, that's what
whatever you like.
Or an old maybe broken necklace that you don't want anymore.
Perfect.
Wrap it round.
Arms are going to go on like that. Then we're going to just add the final bit of decoration.
His face.
So we have our basic teddy, his foot sewn up.
Oh.
Any bits that you're not overly happy with, you can do a little bit of squidging, or you can always add pom-poms on the feet. Pom-poms on the hands.
Idea.
They look really nice, don't
yes,
they? For him though, here I've chosen his eyes, and the secret is I've threaded double thread for the eyes, okay, and I'm going to start here, so I'm just going to put the needle in there.
Oh God.
Okay,
Watch where I put my head on this shot.
And I've chosen these nice, just simple white buttons, okay? And I'm going to sew this on like that, in and out. Obviously, you need to come back up through.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you'll go over the edge of the button and that won't look good. But it's ever so easy to do. Back up through. Make it nice and secure. I've got a little bit of grey there. I want to get rid of that.
I like, I don't know if we've got any here. Oh, yes, here. You know where there's a button on top of a button?
A button on top of a button is always good.
Makes the actual eye
It's like
itself.
a pupil of an eye.
That's what I wanted to say.
Right,
Yeah.
what you do this here, Wend, is there. I'm going to do this to save me casting off again and all that. But I'm going to come right through and out here for the position for his other eye.
Presumably, I'm not a great sewer myself, I must admit, but presumably pretty much anyone could do these,
Yeah,
Jules?
I tell you what, they're great to do with kids.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It really is fun for them. And what are you doing? You're just doing a basic, simple, running stitch and sewing buttons on, and it's really good for kids to learn how to do that
So
anyway.
it's actually nothing majorly complicated. Oh,
So there I've got his eyes, and then
look.
I'm going to do the same thing for his nose. It just wants one more thread there, and I've chosen this for his nose because I'm like very partial to a
Pom-poms
pom-pom.
are very useful for these sock
very
teddies, aren't
useful.
they? Mm.
And as I say, pop them on his feet. You can pop tiny ones if you want to undo that little bag there, Wen.
What, with the sparkly ones?
Yeah, we can have a sparkly one on his foot, as the case may be, or not.
Or look, you've got, let me get them out. You've got little tiny pom-poms here, which could actually be sort of, look at these. They could be little buttons down his front.
Yeah, oh, that works really well. Yes,
Yeah.
like I've done little buttons on the blue one, but that works always really well. So there you have his face, and you can see that he's got little personality. And you've taken this pink ribbon, which was a bit thick for us, so you very cleverly cut it,
Yeah.
and we're going to tie this round his
Tie that round.
neck. I love the idea of the buttons down his front. He's just got a little ribbon just on the side, and you can actually put another button there, would look very fetching.
That would look nice.
A little button to sort of, whatever you like, really. There he is.
There he is.
For now,
There he
tweak
is.
him around. I think he's not bad.
I think he's up. Can he sit with his friends?
He can sit with his friend, and I actually made, here is one I made earlier.
He's got a brother.
He's got a brother,
Oh.
a little brother.
And now he's with his friends. Oh, got a little group there. And really have fun making these, because they are so fun to make.
They're
aren't
fun
they?
to
Very
make.
therapeutic.
And a good start to the year.
And when you've made them, send them in to us at craftybeggars.tv.
Yes, or send a photograph.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
craftybeggars.tv.
Yes, send a photo. I didn't mean give us your sock teddies.
Yeah.
Send a photo and we'll put them on the web and we'll see the results of your labours.
Absolutely. And finally, one of the most important steps is take hold of your glass of wine again.
Oh, here they are.
And Santé. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.